So I'm an artist that's worked in many different mediums and industries, and for me, I always like this idea that the line is the foundation, drawing is the foundation, and then you can take that anywhere. I'm coming from this art space, and for me, it's an extremely collaborative experience.
She brought this concept to the studio of who are you and you are you. So she really made everybody reflect on who they are as not only artists, but as human beings. It was a very unique experience because it was such a collaboration between her and the dancers. She would have us move individually, creating how we felt that day, and she would take a piece from each individual person and she would put it in her piece. So it's kind of a representation of all of us, everyone in the piece, everyone that was in the room. Just a really great collaboration.
Just like if I'm creating a drawing, for example, my drawing is a mixture of words and lines and characters. There is a language there, there's an alphabet there, there's a catalogue there of moments or elements. And so my process for walking into the room and starting this was in a way like, let's collect some language, let's collect some characters and words and lines, and then start piecing those together.
Shantell's approach was really different than other choreographers. She would put words on the screen and she'd have the dancers choose a word and then dance depending on how you felt with that word. And it was a much different approach because she herself isn't a dancer, but it was an artistic approach in the sense that she asked us the essence of the movement rather than do this step, do that step.
She gave us a lot of adjectives and emotions and even ideas of lines and elements of her drawing that she wanted to translate into movement. So it was cool to see how myself and my colleagues interpreted all of those things differently and how we were able to put them together to create the piece.
The ballet is called Kites, and this idea of kites being this object or this idea that metaphorically or physically starts on the ground and takes you to the air. And there's positivity attached to that, there's nostalgia and memories. This idea of a kite can represent a life that's traveled, and the string is the memory between the past and the future.
So when I think of kites, I think of kind of like a childlike sense of freedom. And I think that's what Shantell is trying to describe to us in her work. She talked a lot about how she tries to enter a sort of flow state in her drawing. And I think we all found that really relatable because that's kind of what we try to do when we go out on stage and we're trying to be very present in the moment.